All right, we're back here with the Equinox. After replacing the high pressure fuel pump, the issue was still present. So did a lot of test driving, scanning, looking, and saw some weird things going around with the oxygen sensor circuit. Looked at the oxygen sensor. This is a new oxygen sensor. So this is how it should be. You got a Christmas tree clip here that was broken, so I put a zip tie on it. But you also have a Christmas tree clip here on the sensor side of the plug, and then you have a short wire going down to the sensor. The oxygen sensor that was on here had a really long wire, and it ended up laying on the heat shield for the exhaust here. And that's the hottest part of the engine bay back there, because where the exhaust is. So on those hot days, when the engine bay was getting really hot, when we were seeing the issue of everything starting to run super rough and stall, it looks like the heat was messing with the oxygen sensor signal. It even shoved the oxygen sensor signal above 1 volt, and that was what told me, you know, right then, that there was an oxygen sensor issue, because the oxygen sensor signal should never go over 1 volt. So I put a new oxygen sensor on there, but I also inspected the throttle body because we had a P2119. After doing some research, that code means that the throttle plate wasn't returning to its rest position after the PCM stopped commanding it. So it sounded to me like the throttle plate was binding, wasn't moving smoothly or something. So here's the old throttle body. You can see when we push it open, it goes to right there. When we push it closed, it stays closed. So there's, like, you can hear there's multiple spots where it's kind of catching, and so there's something wrong with the gears in the throttle body, and that was probably causing an issue. I don't think it was causing the stalling issue, but it definitely would have been causing something. I did notice sometimes when I drove it, before the engine got super hot, sometimes I'd hit the gas and the car would hesitate before taking off. And that was probably due to this issue right here. So you can see, sometimes the throttle plate stays there, you push it closed, it stays closed. Here's what a healthy throttle body should do. Push it open, it goes there, push it closed, it goes back to the same spot. Throttle plate should always try to go to the same spot, whether you open or close it, and that tells you your throttle body gears are mechanically healthy. So we're gonna throw it back together and then go on a long test drive. It's almost 90 degrees today, so should be a good day to test to see if the issue is actually fixed.